We're starting in Pennsylvania, March 9th, 2026, where a witness saw this strange orb in the sky. She said that with her eyes she could see maybe something dangling from it and a strange pulsating at times. Then, as she zooms in, it gets confirmed that there are weird squiggly lines and they are pulsating at times, though not always. Now, I'm not one to connect UFOs to spiritual events as some have recently, but I will say that this object does seem to react when the lady mentions Jesus and God. Take a look.
Jesus loves me. Oh, you know Jesus. You know Jesus. Jesus is awesome, isn't he? Yes, he is. God is good. God is good. God is good.
Interesting indeed. Do you think that this proves that some of these objects could have a spiritual connection? Speaking of spiritual UFOs, next we have this clip from the Deep Web archives showcasing a UFO possibly over a mosque. Now we don't know the exact distance between the UFO and the mosque. It could be further out, but this UFO definitely is dropping something off. This occurred in October of 2016. Absolutely fascinating. And y'all, that's not all. From that same archive, we have an older clip. This is from Russia in November of 2016, showcasing a possible TR-3B. Now you can kind of make out the TR-3B in the distance, but they do eventually zoom in and you get a better look at the triangular shape. Now, my question for you is this one of the TR-3Bs like our reverse engineered craft? Or do you think this is one of the original off-planet crafts? What inspired the TR-3B, if you will? Fascinating to think about. I've also got my hands on this clip from Sci-Fi that showcases a large bright disk UFO recorded in 1995, complete with excellent commentary. And I love this because Sci-Fi vetted it before airing. This is a legit UFO sighting. And although it's old and the quality isn't where we are now, it might be one of the best ones out there.
Craft disappears. Once the footage is slowed down, we can clearly see the craft dematerialize frame by frame. Adrienne's contact case took place over a period of several years and was never reported to the authorities for fear of ridicule and reprisals. Among the numerous hours of footage taken, this sighting remains one of the most dramatic. It began at 10:03 p.m. on October the 20th, 1995, and took place over a 50-minute period. The encounter ended with Adrienne following the craft at high speeds down the freeway. Here we see the craft minutes after the sighting begins. This extraordinary footage has never been broadcast and is being shown here for the first time. Clearly, we can see the craft hovering silently over the homes below. These large crafts are commonly referred to as beam ships, or in some cases, motherships. They gained their reputation by their reported immense size and softly glowing light emitted by the craft's operation. Approximately 38 minutes into the sighting, the ship began hovering away from his house. He followed the craft in his car and stopped along the freeway to film it hovering near an apartment complex. Minutes later, the craft flew directly over Miami's International Airport, where it hovered momentarily. The ship then flew into a residential area and accelerated out of sight. As the craft emerged from a wooded field, he was able to continue videotaping, but it wasn't long before it began accelerating again. While pacing it at over 50 miles an hour, it flew off out of sight. This slow-motion enhancement clearly shows the craft as it's speeding along the shoreline. To this day,
the United Kingdom, February 8th, 2026, where witnesses saw this strange object in the sky that was seemingly shape-shifting, and it honestly makes no sense. I want you guys to let me know in the comments below, what do you think this is? That was definitely warbling and like shifting around. I don't know what was happening up there. Newly released footage from Volcano Etna, January 5th, 2026, showcases several orbs popping in and out of the volcano. It's absolutely bananas. Smash like, take a look. We often theorize what these orbs are doing in the volcanoes. I think they're gathering energy. Next, we head over to Brazil, February 19th, 2026, where a set of lights was seen at first in delta formation. They then start dancing around the sky and flickering. It makes no sense. Share this out to your favorite platform and check it out.
Mano, que é aquilo? No pico do morro, tá vendo? 3 luzes. Parece fogo, não é não. Caraca, tão voando, olha. Tão juntinho. Nossa senhora. Grava isso, grava. Sumiu? Foi pra dentro da nuvem? Meu Deus do céu.
I was skeptical at first, but the lighting makes sense, and them passing behind the wires, that's really hard to fake. This next clip though, from the United States, February 16th, 2026, it's a game changer. This is legit, a flying saucer with its lights fully on and functional. It almost reminds me of the rotating UFO we saw from Mexico, only a little closer and much clearer. Smash like, take a look. That was fascinating. And while I am a bit skeptical on it, it's not that I don't think it's real. It's more that I feel that this could be one of our reverse engineered craft as opposed to an authentic extraterrestrial craft. What do you guys think? Chile, January 18th, 2026. One of the brightest UFO orbs I've ever seen. It is so bright you can actually see its brilliance through the camera, and it left witnesses baffled. Let me know in the comments what you think this is. I find it absolutely fascinating, and it really makes me question what these orbs are doing. What are their properties? Is it like a plasma orb? What is happening here? We've got another one from the space station, this time January 3rd, 2026. And what's interesting about this sighting is that it also looks like an orb. Like maybe they're just chilling up there and sending probes down, and that's what that thing in Chile was? I don't know. Smash like and check this out. absolutely fascinating. Honestly, I love the UFO sightings from the space station and the NASA cameras because we all know nothing's supposed to be up there. So what the hell is that? We're jumping right into North Carolina, July 8th, 2025. A most fascinating UFO was captured. This light suddenly appeared in the sky. Surprised, the witness pulled out their phone to record. As they're recording, it's almost as if the UFO noticed that it was being watched and it just zipped away. It is absolutely wild and you need to see it. Wow, I'm blown away. The most fascinating part is the stop and start, because it stopped, then they started recording, then it booked it, and it was at a ridiculous speed. Those are some of the 5 observables. A very similar sighting occurred in Brazil, December 14th, 2025. Witnesses in their home, sky gazing through their window, noticed a strange light shining through the clouds. It was eerie, luminous, had kind of a iridescent glow with their visuals, but gave more red hues through the camera. Just an all-around strange sighting. Take a look.
Gente, a Vanessa tá falando que aquilo é avião. Aquilo não é avião, não tem condições não. Olha lá pra vocês verem. Olha lá. O negócio tá parado no ar. Ele não tá andando não. O que é aquilo ali? Não é avião. Não é avião.
The fact that it was visible through the clouds but not clearly visible adds to the low observability, which is one of the 5 observables. And then if you notice when they're actually trying to zoom out a little bit, it is moving. It's just not moving as abruptly or as quickly, but it's giving some weird swerves. Over in New Jersey, December 16th, 2025, we get another technically fast mover. What's strange is that this is another orb that was in the sky. As the person pans the camera, you see that the orb is stationary. When he locks in, again, almost as if the UFO noticed it's being watched, the mofo zips away. And again, you can see it's a fast mover. Y'all, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Now, while it wasn't as fast as that first one from North Carolina, which was unexplainable, it is strange that these orbs are now doing this stop and move motion and almost seem to only start moving when they seem to know that they're being watched. It's really weird. On the same day in Buenos Aires, Argentina, we see another orb zipping through the sky. This one is clearly moving much faster, and in the video it looks almost as if it's a strange energy trail behind it. It's almost fading out and nearly appears translucent. Again, more low observability. It makes absolutely no sense. Smash like, check this out. Yo, that sucker is moving. They're lucky they don't have traffic police up there, because he would have definitely gotten a ticket. Where are you going? Where are you going? And if you have to get there so fast, why go through the earth? Like, what's happening? Now, all these orbs remind me of this strange and rare clip from Chicago, Illinois, June of 2023. You'll notice the witness sees an orb in the sky. They were using apps and checking navigators to see if there were any planes or satellites. There shouldn't have been anything there. So they pull out their phone camera and start recording this orb in the sky. It gets even stranger. As they record this slow-moving orb, they notice another object or something just zip right past it, zoom, and then as it zips by and like stops midair and then starts making crazy maneuvers. Now this is beyond the 5 observables. This thing is madness. Take a look. Bro, what am I? What was that? What was it doing? Why was it so frantic? It looked like it was panicking. Like, oh, I don't know where to go. Like, what was happening in the sky? Hopping over to Chile, October 13th, 2025, we get another one of my favorite delicious UFOs, a donut-shaped UFO. Honestly, though, these things are very, very strange, and they make the least sense, in my opinion, out of all of the UFO. Like, I understand an orb and a sphere, a flying saucer, things that are fully intact, but this like literal donut-shaped hole in the middle UFO, what's going on here? You know, we've seen strange, what we'll call sky phenomena that aren't necessarily UFO crafts moving, that have this similar shape. We've often called them wormholes or possible portals, right? No, but this thing is, in and of itself, is actually moving. My brain is broken. That makes no sense to me. Speaking of spheres, Phoenix, Arizona, December 20th, 2025. A strange metallic sphere object was caught simply hovering in the sky. Again, when I see these spheres, the metallic ones, I think of surveillance. What do you think?
Bro, there's a black orb just hovering in the distance back there. What the fuck is that? Do you see that shit? What the fuck is that? It's moving too. It moves. Like, it moves very, very slowly, but you can see it move. What the hell is that? What the fuck? Dude, that's fucking weird as hell.
Now I like that sighting, but I do have a criticism for all the sightings. Even though I like maybe a saucer, maybe I'd be scared of radiation or something. With where you are, you're not walking. You probably have a car. Go over there. Go over there. I would go over. I want an underside view. I want a view from every angle. I want to know what this thing is. Now back to Buenos Aires, Argentina. Another strange possible orb sighting in the sky. This one seems to be more slow moving. However, it does seem further, so it could be moving faster than we perceive it to be moving. But it does appear to be giving off some weird type of energy field. Like, I don't really know what's going on in the video. You'll see when you see the clip. The witness checked all the apps. They made sure it wasn't a satellite. They don't know what this was, and they've never seen anything give off the weirdness that's in the clip. Take a look. Now, it may have been harder to see some of the strangeness that I was talking about in the clip. If you go back and look, really look at the orb itself. The best way I can describe it is like blotchy light, like blotches of faint light appearing in front of it, behind it. Just it's really freaking weird. Let me know in the comments if you saw it. Now we head over to Knoxville, Tennessee, December 20th, 2025. Driving on the road, witnesses noticed these strange lights in the sky. At first, through their peripheral, they thought it may have been a plane or a drone. But when one of the people looked over, they noticed that it looked more like two orbs with one leading in front, almost like very close together, but not actually attached by anything. And they said that through their eyes that the front orb looked very iridescent and many brilliant colors. And again, we get the weird effect where through the camera, we get more of an orangish flash, but you do get some of the colorful flashes. It's just, they're not as strong as what they saw through their eyes, according to the witness. It's a very strange sighting. What I love most is that they didn't let it go, and they actually kept recording for a few minutes, as long as they could, because they were driving and it was also moving. Enjoy. Now we're definitely seeing more and more UFO sightings. I find that that one is really weird because of the iridescent light in the front. We're getting more of that with these new recent upticks. These weird lights that shine many brilliant colors that aren't normally on planes and just not normally used in any lighting. It's just like flashes of almost a rainbow in the sky, but contained in an orb. And it's weird, and then when they record it with their camera, it doesn't present exactly the same, but you could kind of make it out happening. I wonder what those crafts are. We always talk about how, or I talk about how I think the metallic spheres are, you know, surveillance. I feel like flying saucers are doing some type of traveling, whether it's through dimensions, time, or space, I don't know. But I feel like each one serves their purpose. What are those brilliant iridescent ones? And what are the donut ones? I don't understand the UFOs with the holes in them. What are the donuts? Guys, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you enjoyed. If I could speak, smash like if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next video. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all the holidays. It's holiday season. So I hope you're all celebrating and getting tons of gifts and eating lots of food, and Santa or whichever, you know, cool ideology thing your belief has that gives you gifts, I'll bring you lots of gifts. I'll see you guys later.